Shoutouts Puffco. You already know the unofficial sponsor of the show. One day it'll be a sponsor though, for sure. I'm gonna make it a sponsor. We're gonna build that reality. Zen's up next. Yeah, I'm getting really cocky and egotistical in the Zen world, but it's all part of the evolution of everything. Shoutouts to all those that are already up in this bitch. I see you, Frosty, T-Law Fitness, Serious Punch. What up, Serious Punch? Nah, Samson in the house. Lita, Zen enthusiast, usual number one. Hey, shoutouts to y'all. Shoutouts to y'all. Hey, shoutouts to you for rocking with the beat too. If you like the beat, man. My plan, or here's the plan. So the plan is once X1 is live, we're bringing files to X1. All right, and I'm gonna be really educating people about digital ownership and how to basically, like, I like, this is where I'm at with it. Me, oh, look at the beanie. Hold on. Fix it. All right, cool. Had to fix the beanie real fast. We got the fucking, it's warming up, but it's not. 6 more weeks of winter, but it's hot in my crib. But yeah, we gonna work on focusing a lot on making sure people understand what royalties are and why you want to be, the owner of your project. Crypto, it's got two sides of it. A lot of it is currently about the psychological perception of it, but eventually it'll come back around to the physical side, the RWAs, real world assets, and we'll be back on that conversation talking about what it is to have NFTs, what it is to make an NFT, and what it is to own or, again, redistribute NFTs. You might want to become an art collector of sorts, which is totally possible in the crypto space. You just need the crypto to buy the art. And that's kind of why, again, we going hard in Zen for X1 chain so we can have all the native coins. Let's go. Let's get it. WBA, thank you. But yeah, man, today is, or if you don't know who I am, I'm fucking Crypto Bruh, aka more World Pizza DJ / producer. Making beats is what I like to do. Haven't made a new beat in a long ass time, but seem to have evergreen content right now with these ones. So I just pulled, classics out of the vault and drop them behind the dialogue. But what we talk about on this channel is always the same shit. It's going to be cryptos, mainstream, but mainly focused on Zen, which in my personal opinion is the next big thing. Again, I think it's the biggest product on planet Earth in crypto industry. I think everybody is going to want this product. Similar to how they wanted Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was a product before it became a financial instrument, which was Satoshi's vision. But again, if you know about the real Satoshi's vision, and that's why Zen is going to win. But the real Satoshi vision lost as fuck in crypto. That shit doesn't exist. You can find it in smaller camps, but it's really hard to find in a hive mind style ecosystem. And that's what Zen is, right? Everybody is on the same path, moving towards the same goal. And again, as the title says today, like I am 100% sold that you don't need X1 for Zen to pop off, right? And I'm gonna kind of break it down because right now we're seeing some pretty wild climate-based activity, bruv. What's up, Willow? What it do? But the weirdness right now, oh yeah, if you're on Twitter, hey, shout outs to your ex. I'm streaming over there. But I don't look at that chat. So if you say anything over there, I don't see anything. Please like, subscribe to all that shit. Also, I've changed it up where I'm not running ads on the lives. So if you pull up to the live, there won't be any ads. But if you watch it after the fact, yeah, fuck it. I'm monetizing this shit because why not? Everyone's clicking all of a sudden. But yeah, if you want to come be in the chat, there's no ads on YouTube. So float over and join the party. But yeah, so some observations I've been making recently. I've been trying to bring them to light, but again, I think when I start a stream, it's usually the best time for me to deliver the content that I go on a tangent on. Typically at the end of a stream, I'm just going crazy. So something I've been pointing out is that Ethereum is a great product. Oh my God. But the thing about it is it's no longer being pushed as like the original Ethereum, right? It's just being pushed now as this new idea and philosophy. And again, it's up to you to, if you want to believe in Ethereum's mission, you can believe in it, right? But at the end of the day, right? But all the mission shit aside, ETH is just a TPS layer for RWAs and NFTs and meme coins. So knowing that that's when you strip everything down, that's all we're doing on this thing. Seeing the gas at 2 Gwei on a Tuesday. Like, the club's supposed to be going up on a Tuesday. You know, no pun intended, the club should be going up, bro, not down. So as someone, again, maybe I'm biased because I'm a Xenian and my product works best when Ethereum is redlining. So I'm so pro ETH in a sense. I want to see it working. You know, I want to see people on Ethereum, right? So something I've been pointing out that is weird to me is this fees in 24 hours. There ain't nobody on Ethereum, man. 75 ETH, right? And who's to say that this is what it is, you know, because it's all mevbots, right? We got Jared from Subway is the second largest account in the last 24 hours spending ETH on ETH. One fucking mevbot wallet. Like, if this dude got arrested, or if this ring of mevs, because I'm sure it's not one person, I'm sure it's like a group, like if this group of mevs fell off, you know, we would get even lower gas. So you almost, in Ethereum world, you almost don't want the mevs to leave at this point. You know, mevbot is a problem for Solana because to gain access to the base is so cheap. Again, it's being spammed. Whereas on Ethereum, mevbot keep ETH alive. So what the fuck? You know, on a Solana, I'm not even trying to hate. I'm just saying, on Solana, you can stake, and if you stake to a good node, or again, if you know, get it cracking in essence and like go and make your own node, like there's so much fee being thrown out to validators that's why, again, X1 is fitting a perfect narrative where it's like, yeah, why aren't we giving fees back to the users or to the participants? Right? They're using X1 and then maybe they got enough coins, now they can participate. Like, yo, I'm gonna go make a node, bro. I stacked enough XNT. I'm gonna go make a node, right? Like, that's gonna be the evolution of a lot of people right now. Again, very concentrated conscious camp in Zen world. So some things are hard to understand. But yeah, one of the best things to understand is the fee market, because the fee market, again, is where the money is. And that's why you make a chain. So seeing Ethereum's fee market go basically to zero in my eyes, and then also see that the mevs are the number one stunners, it just makes me feel like no one's using Ethereum. Like, it feels like, yeah, okay, this is 100% the sentiment. No one is here doing anything else, right? We got in the last 24 hours, we got a fake phishing address up here ruling the game more than anybody else, you know? And I don't know what that means, because this is a whole new thing. Like, this is a wrench in progression. And that's kind of why I'm rooting so much for the Zen world, because there's nothing stopping this. And this is feeling like the same thing that happened with Bitcoin, where a lot of people were skeptical, telling people they knew the best, they had the best advice, blah, blah, blah. But again, the ones that won the hardest in that era were the people who weren't listening to the noise, just with their heads down in their laptops, working towards, again, the goal that all the like minds have, which is sovereign life in a sense. I mean, we just have the computer or the internet or this thing. Hello, I'm looking at you through it. What's up, webcam, Logitech? You feel me? Like, what the fuck is this thing, you know? But like, this is what we have. And again, it could be used for good. It could be used for sovereign belief. And that's the only reason I feel Bitcoin is struggling. Let me get rid of this. Is struggling to get to the next level right now, because the believers are looking for something new. They're still into Bitcoin. They're not going to sell their bag. You feel me? Like, they're not going to like get rid of the bits. They're already rich. They're probably not even rotating Bitcoin anymore if they're actually rich, right? Actually rich people take profits and then go invest in real world assets, so you have double the leverage, right? That's what a rich person would do in cryptocurrency. They wouldn't just be in one fucking crypto forever and be like ride or die. Like, that's the narrative. That's what you sell to the plebs. But again, I think again, Bitcoin is solid. Okay, this is given to the next group of financial bros. Like, fintech is coming into DeFi, and they're going to be using objects like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, like XRP. We hate XRP, but the fintech bros are going to use it. Tron is another one. Look, all of these are looking positive versus Bitcoin, because they're the meme coins of the Bitcoin. They're the meme coins of the Bitcoin, so they get a little bit of positive bump when Bitcoin goes and surges, because that was a wacky dip there. You know, Bitcoin went out of nowhere to 91K, and you know, found its roots. Buyers came in, bought the bottom, right? But I don't think it's over. Right, I've already said that. I think, again, this is a great way to push price down, create some fear before the middle of the month. Because we're looking at the daily. When you look at the monthly, it's sound. Bitcoin is so sound. This is actually your discount. Like, it just printed a positive month. Like, and you go to any if you go to any crypto website that's credible. This is which one? The block. Where's it at? Right here, theblock.co. So a lot of people like to use this one. This is actually Eric Wall's first baby. That's why it's funny to see his article here, because this is how it starts. Like, I should be on this type of crypto journalism, but I don't want to get too caught up in the tabloids. Like, fuck the tabs. Like, this shit is going to change the world. Always. Every single day. It's going to outlive all of us. And that's why, again, you can go and make the journal if you want to make the journal. I believe everyone should do it. Like, if you're inspired to start talking about Zen, you're going to make a whole blog based on Zen. So then when everybody's, or, you know, based on the crypto market. So then when everybody is looking for crypto, they also see your shill. You feel me? It's easy shit. But like the block, right? Like, when you come to the block right now, besides like their shill, because they're allowed to shill their shit, their latest crypto news, we got US Ethereum ETFs post a record 1.5 billion daily trading volume. Crazy. Right, Ethereum increases gas limit for the first time since proof of stake migration. I was reading about this yesterday, but I don't know if this is taking place right now. I think this is in March. But yeah, right now, you know, like the crypto fucking news is what the fuck ever. Like, it's it has nothing to do with the actual product that you're buying. Everything is emotional and la la la. And again, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes that like there's nobody here. we're by ourselves. Like, there ain't no VC funding. So I'm asking the hard questions as well of like, Why even be on Ethereum if it can't self-sustain? We know that Bitcoin can't self-sustain. That's why it needed a ton of buyers to come after you, right? And everything follows the Bitcoin ethos. So none of these ones are really sovereign. They're just it's like an imaginary ideology because it stopped, Like again, you go own the Bitcoins, it's fun, but you can't do nothing with it. It's always going to go to a centralized zone to do something with it unless you're physically on chain, which you could check that out. You could check that out as well and still see like no one's even on Bitcoin. Right? So no one's nowhere and no one's nowhere. Right? It's just the way that it is. It's just the way it is. Where people are right now is post-chain shit. In the Zen world, that's where the people are. Post-chain up to 20 million. The Gwei, yeah, damn. They got the pump tires. Now they pumping chain. And this is what I was saying in a space yesterday about post-chain that it's gonna be interesting to witness is everybody adjusting to their gas limit. So like if you're minting XEN, you should be like hyped because that means the price of XEN will naturally go up. Another fun thing about Zen, XEN is just like, or all these Zens are connected to the EVM. So their physics all represent the DNA of the Zen. Even if people want to cast an early, like you can't fucking change the rhythm. It's almost impossible. In order to change the rhythm, you would need to inject money. So either you create the like ripple or you're part of something until it dies out and then you can remix it later. I don't know what the fuck you can call that, right? But that's what's happening here. Again, I think that my tinfoil hat theory that I hope I'm giving somebody some fucking cool clout because it's fake and I'm just being someone who's thinking too hard, right? But my thought is Atropa devs knew something about pump tires because the way that this came back to life, right now it's died out because a lot of, again, it has nothing to do with Zen. Right. And it hasn't really died out all the way. The OG Zen on post chain. So this is telling a funny story, just being a witness. If the Atropa devs pump this, which they said they did, and then pump tires comes out, which is a constant that's going to pump gas. And they now have become, I don't know the facts because I'm not on post chain, but from what I've heard, they're one of the biggest holders of XEN now. And they pump XEN here. Right? And now, again, what we see on the RSI here on the daily is there are Zenians or people with supply that have shown up and started to sell because a liquidity has entered the chart. This is the best part about Zen. When someone else says, hey, fuck it, I'm going to do something, it changes everything. And this was buzzing as an oversold object. Like, like everyone has too much of it. That's what happens when you see it like this. Everyone has too much Zen. There's a reason to have too much Zen though, because they're holding it for X1 chain. They don't give a fuck about selling it. There are still some people in Pulse chain that are creating XEN specifically for their personal burn. Right? This is the sovereign piece of Zen that's beautiful. Is that no one is included in your fucking actions. As soon as you click mint and ride the 500 days to 10 days and then you click claim, like that's yours. That whole experience is you. No one is in between you and that experience. There is zero middleman except the blockchain. And then you got to ask yourself, again, that's why it always comes down to where am I minting this in? Because is this chain gonna give me a headache? Is this chain reality TV? All right, that's why I like Ethereum because it has guardrails. The the founding team says ETH is XEN is found in Ethereum, and the rest are side experiences or simulations because the gas on ETH is the highest in the world. Right, the gas price on ETH is the highest in the world. We're scaling down from Ethereum, so you can't like dethrone ETH because that's why we're scaling it because it's the fucking king, right? And the mind fuck in XEN is watching these principles or these fair principles come to life every time it's whenever it wants. I don't know what sparks it. You know, if I had a ton of money, I'd buy all the XEN I could too. I've already said that many times. That's just me thinking because I like the message and everything. Like if I had infinite money, why wouldn't I just be the biggest whale in all the XENs? Because I can see the mission, right? And that's what I think that's where the value is in the no value coin. Not everybody can stand on top of the hill. There ain't enough space. Literally only one at a time. In XEN world, only one at a time. We haven't figured out how you put 10 people on the top yet. We're gonna need higher liquidity in all XENs to have 10 people at the top of the mountain. So if you want to have 100 people at the top of the mountain, again, you're looking for more liquidity injection into XEN. Or again, you could also put more people at top of the mountain if it's burnt by the users. I think a lot of these burning dApps didn't work, or these other ones, like they don't work because the burn is a mission. It's not just a side quest. yeah, that's the way to say it. The burn should be a side quest in XEN. It should not be your mission. Because if your mission is to burn, then you should just be on Ethereum. Right? This gets 80% of the XNT block rewards. 80%. If you're on Pulse Chain, you're getting, I've already done the math, you're probably getting somewhere around 1% of a 20% bid. When they start to really do the math and lay it out, and everybody's gut is like, ugh, because they see it in the fucking like writing and shit. They're like, oh my God, what have I been doing? Let me go back to Ethereum. Right. And it's like, yo, fall in love with that theory. Like fall in love with the idea that you liked minting at low gwei, because that's where the value is. Right. It's attached to the physics of the blockchain. So as long as that blockchain is active and not on the path to die, then XEN will live in its shadow. Now, if it becomes a brighter object than the blockchain, that I can't, I don't know. That's why I'm bullish on XEN, because I think it is. Everything that every blockchain XEN is on is brighter than it. There ain't one blockchain here, even on SolXEN. SolXEN is brighter than Solana. Like the fact that it's just chilling here is like weird. It just means it has no attention, but it's in my opinion also it's one like the crowd, like the crowd that's holding the coin. They're just like, yeah, man, why would I get rid of SolXEN? It's better than Solana. Like what the fuck? Like yeah, you could use Solana to make transactions, but it represents nothing. Like SolXEN represents proof of work. It represents 42069. See, it's a joke, but at the same time, it represents proof of work, proof of time, proof of experience. So there are some people holding their SolXEN because that is living proof that they did something. And again, when you look at it priced in Solana, it actually is a funny story too. So like priced in Solana, you can see like it some people dump it for Sol, but it's not really like that. Like it's not like people are dumping it for Sol. They're just kind of hodling it, and the dumps come from time to time, but they're answered. I'm seeing that in Ethereum XEN too. This theory that Ethereum XEN is starting to prove that it's better than ETH, and it's hard to think about. Because, oh my God, motherfuckers told me to believe in Ethereum. Yeah, they also told you that XRP is a scam. And that shit went to number 3. So who gives a fuck anymore? You know, like, again, fuck the ideology of the typical notion that there's a war at hand and my coin's better than your coin. It is a blockchain discussion. Layer 1s are all that matters in this current religion of crypto. And being in utility coins that are the closest to the layer are going to be the ones that win. There should be more coins like XEN. XEN shouldn't be the only one, to be honest, but nobody has the clout to bring it to life. Like if Mark Zuckerberg decided to make a fucking meta coin and he decided we're going to attach it to ETH gas. Imagine like how fucking epic that shit would be, right? But it's Mark Zuckerberg. So it instantly loses its decentralization credibility. But again, you can't get that type of ripple to the masses without the Zuckerberg sign on. So I honestly, then again, I'm telling you, XEN is the one. Yo, it's the one. It's the one, dude. It's the shadow that's about to become bright. And XEN showed me this, and they fucking showed me this. Because I don't know if I'm tripping, but the Atropa devs finally got y'all motherfuckers to move. Right before pump tires, which is it's just a fucking pump fund clone, but the psychology on it with the post chain users is hilarious because they've never seen anything like this before. Like they haven't left post chain, they just been in post chain this whole time, and now they're like, oh shit, there's other shit going on. This is kind of cool, but the bonding curve. Here's mine right here. Yo, go get some Kim. I know what to do. I know what to do. So Kim is baking right now. I got one of the best looking charts on Post Chain. Fuck out of here. Look at my chart on Post Chain. I ain't doing nothing. Look at my chart. Shout outs to all those that are in Kim. Skateboard Kim. Very simple meme. All right. It comes from this photo of Kim K grinding a rail. Right. And what it is there's 0 influencers and it's ready to CTO. All you got to do is get to grinding. All right. And I'm not on Post Chain. So this is for anybody. And this is what it's all about. Now, the problem with pump fun shit is that usually the dev comes in and he buys up too much of the supply. But the code in Solana, and this is free game, the code is you never get into anything where the top has more than 10%. And that code is how some of these memes go crazy. It takes time, though. It takes time for people to find them. Right? It takes time for people to find them. But as long as that top is looking sexy, it's going to be like, what can we do over here? Let's just CTO it. So, what do you call it? The guy, there's like, you can go do research on this, but the pump fund shit, there was like one account that like developed like 50% or 40% of all the tokens on pump fund and like cleaned up. Because all they kept doing was just like trying to figure out the strategy of like, what is the attention of people that want to get into this, right? This lowers the barrier of entry on all types of levels of crypto shit. And if you're really good at painting charts or trying to get into that, like this is where you could do something like that. But yeah, skateboard Kim, get some of this shit. But yeah, this pump tire, or what the fuck, pump fund, which came first. So Pump Fund actually took their bonding curve. So like this like concept here of the bonding curve, this comes from the ordinals. This shit kind of crazy how this is all coming together. Because in the ordinals, when you did an inscription, because that's why I was like, oh shit, like ordinals are tight because you need to basically like get rid of the coins. But you can't like, here, let's look at VMPX for instance. Let's find VMPX because it's already done. And that's our home, that's our flag. That's the flag to look at. Where's it at? Over here. My bad, I'm not even reading the chat. What's up, Dank? Cabal of Mevs? Hey, we got to make one of those. What do you think about Trump buying ETH and owning more of it than Bitcoin? Do you think it's worth investing in something Trump is invested in? He probably knows something we don't. What's up, Willow? Actually, politically, that's kind of what I see. They're just being political. If you're gonna do anything Trump, this isn't financial advice or anything because I'm not that guy, but like everything I'm doing in Trump, I'm doing with psychological numbers. Like I am in Trump Solana meme because I think it can get to $100 billion market cap because he's the president. And whenever they decide to like flip the switch, like everybody's just fucking sheep. So they're just going to be like, oh, buy Trump. And then everyone's going to be like, okay, fine. And then just going to fucking buy it. So knowing that 100 billion is not hard in today's market and we're not even lifted yet, right? Like there's 1, 2, 3, there's 3 fucking coins in fucking 100 billion range. That's stupid. Like this is going to go crazy. Hello. So I'm putting money on that theory that psychologically a lot of these tokens are going to be pushed up, and the ones with the best influence will be the ones that find the top the fastest. But this is why we're going so hard in XEN, because XEN is going to be the next Bitcoin, that token that gets to the top because the people want it. It's like Ledger, it's blockchain 2.0. Everything you wished for when you find the Bitcoin, because you can't do that shit with Bitcoin, and then you can't do it with its predecessor called fucking Ethereum, or not its predecessor, but its fucking apprentice. That shit can't do it. And if you go lower to XRP, man, you start becoming a sim, and a green diamond pops up above your head, and then it's all bad from there. Now you a green diamond head looking ass. But yeah, that's my whole thought on that. What up, face? Hello, bruh. Have you seen yesterday's buys of XEN? Oh, somebody's jumping the gun over there on XEN, as they should. Again, beat the injection of capital. Whew. Yeah, somebody tried. Shit. God damn. Where's it at? Look at all the minions that showed up to sell that shit. And their little pennies. Send the minions. Damn, who is this? Oh, wow, that person bought 25K. For real. Sent that shit to 6 zeros. Wow. Yo. That is so funny. This is what I'm saying, though. Like, it's happening without us even like being like it's gonna happen. I'm just saying it should happen, and then it happens. You cannot inject capital into any of these motherfucking coins. It's impossible. Now the fact though that y'all dumbasses over in XEN sold that shit down like some real plebs is fucking hilarious. You got a free pump and you're like, no. But that's just the game, you know. Oh, look at, here we go. We got it again on the 4 hour. Yeah, on the 4 hour. So you see on the 4 hour, this is what I was talking about with PZen. Now you're gonna see it everywhere. All of you motherfuckers are Zen. You guys are welcome to Zenology. I am a Zentologist, formerly a Zen Scientologist. Now we're all just Zentologists, you know. And this is the shit I was seeing a year ago. But now it's happening as we're getting closer to the invisible X1 chain, because motherfuckers are so antsy because there's nothing happening in crypto. Nobody is doing anything. Ain't nobody on fucking Ethereum and ain't nobody on Bitcoin. So they over here putting $25,000 into Zen for fucking hilarious. For funnies, I think, at this point. It's for funnies. Because the fact they didn't sell it back is wild. They went and got almost $1 trillion. They couldn't get $1 trillion. Right? Because it's impossible to get $1 trillion. That's so crazy. The slippage on that is nuts, dude. Man, I got to look at this one. And they did it in USD. That is so bizarre. Yo, they're crazy for this one. And now they're just sitting on it, or what? Oh, is that straight from Coinbase? Wait, what? Straight from Coinbase. Wait, where the fuck are these coins sitting? What? It's just, it doesn't have any tokens in it. It's just a contract. Yeah, like this is just like a routing bridge. Weird. I mean, unless somebody accidentally routed. Yeah, like what the fuck, yo? That's a contract buy. Like that's like a. It's like, okay, this is weird. All right, this is mad weird right here. This discovery about this XEN shit, because this is a, like it's like if I send like if I'm on Coinbase and I'm gonna put an address in, it's like they sent it to something to buy it, or someone swapped. Another thing where it could be, I'm just thinking out loud, because what the fuck is this transaction? Like, it makes no sense. Oh, here we got the transfers. Okay, they moved it. Okay, maybe it is, well, Gate.io. Man, this one's a weird one, yo. Okay, so they swapped. See, that's what I mean. Like aggregator swap. What is this aggregator? 1 inch. So 1 inch swap. Okay, it says right here too. Via 1 inch. Weird, but like, what? Who's the original buyer here? It must be this one. What the fuck? Maybe it's this one. But this one doesn't get anything. Oh, okay. Multiple wallets in this one. Oh, okay. For sure. What a weird one. Somebody did something wild and they like sent all of the stuff everywhere. Whatever. I don't really give a fuck. I'm not like trying to pocket watch this at all, but I just wanted to know if that was like a direct from Coinbase buy. Like, yo, what are we dealing with? Is Coinbase buying XEN right now? Is someone about to do something wild, like add XEN first to Coinbase because it's easy or something? But yeah, that's pretty epic. I still have a lot of XEN mints that I need to mint. And now the gas is so low, we're about to see what that's like when the price is high, and you can mint like 1% GUI or 1% VMUs for profit. That's crazy. Sorry, that shit took me hella off what I was talking about. Man, don't go buy this shit though. I don't know what the fuck is going on. You can also see that finally the RSI is starting to have a rhythm. So hands are exchanging. People are unstaking and selling, or they're sitting XEN they finally are starting to move that shit. So there could be opportunity here for sure. If people are moving, there's no reason it can't. What's up, Zen King? What it do? Probably my uncle. Yo, I don't know who did this, but that's crazy. But yo, what I was talking about with Pump Fund took their bonding curve from ordinals. Because when ordinals were released, like they didn't know like how to distribute the tokens. So they chose like this super simple concept where you could get or you let the like launcher, in our case it's like X1 or Fair Crypto, they launched VMPX and you could only buy 420 per mint. So every time you wanted to buy, let's say more than 420, like if you want to buy I don't know. So you want to buy 3 of these, or as I'm trying to say, everything was a one-time buy. Like it wasn't like you could buy like 16,000 of this supply. You had to buy 420 divided by 16,000 that many times, because the blockchain is so fucking slow that like, of course, like they can't pile up a bunch of supply at one time. And that's what happened with ordinals. Some people were doing it, what do you call it? Like they were doing 108 million at one time so they could just get all the BRC20 out. But Jack and them went ahead and did like a fair launch style, how everyone planned for it to go, where you could only get so much. And that's what made VMPX take over Bitcoin, was everybody trying to get like a piece of the 800 million or the 108 million at a rate of 420 per interest. And then as you got further and further down the rabbit hole, like let's say I do want a shit ton, they had a bonding curve where essentially every time you would buy one and someone came after you, the curve would start to increase the BTC price, right? That's like what they were doing. Like that's how they were able to create value out of nothing, because you were buying the bonding curve on the BRC20s. That shit was dope how they did that shit. They were really smart on how they really did it. And again, that's why you get the whole like, oh, we shut down Bitcoin, because we actually had a bunch of experienced users going to get VMPX, and then it turned the meme pool red, right? That's what all these little blocks are. That's like information in the block. And that's why they couldn't, you know what I mean? Like you could have done the big supply, but it's cheaper if everybody pays for it to come out, right? They still hold a lot of it, the number ones. Shout out to VMPX, and shout outs to Ordinals for coming to life to teach us something. And again, that shit is what made Pump Fund tight, because it really answered the rug problem we have in crypto, where you would release a coin and you need to provide liquidity, and then the liquidity would make it so that there is nothing, you know, like everybody would have like, if you, man, we don't have it anymore. Probably, I mean, Pulse Chain would probably be a good example of this. Is the Arkham exchange legit? I think Arkham is legit. They're making a layer 2. I'm not fucking with them though. I'm not fucking with Arkham. It's cool, but yeah, it's just like pocket watching. If you're in the pocket watching, I knew XEN would be lit. Yeah, XEN's gonna take off probably. There's a lot of big brains in that camp. I have a lot of A Phoenix. I'm just waiting for the chain to wake up on Avalanche. It's slowly waking up, just like the rest of them. But you'll see it right here. Like what I wanted to show you was like market caps. Like you see how like out on Pulse Chain, like they got one market cap at 30. Actually, this isn't fair. This isn't fair. I need to go to a much shittier one. Let's go to Phantom. Phantom's doing all right. I guess 25 with the Kirby 1 year old. Look at them go. All right, let's go to a much shittier chain. All right, we're gonna go ICP. All right, ICP got 16K projects as well. Damn, you can't even see the age of these things. What the fuck is Raven? Oh, they just doing any meme thing out there. But you see how like this chart like goes up and goes down. This is where Pump Fund wanted to figure out like, how do you start a chart so it doesn't do this, so that there can be like a community, because that's what Bitcoin showed us. Like if there's hella people down for the token, essentially you can create noise because there's that community. But that's the problem with all cryptos and why BRC20s were so epic. Like every meme is just an up and a down. Like it's just supposed to go up and down, and then it's done. And it takes like this one been out since the 9th of January, and now it's a month later, and it's just right back here. Is it gonna go up? Nobody knows. Blah blah blah, and that's fine, you know. But again, there is a period in time here where you could remove all this shit and you could just leave it in the pump fund. And that's why a lot of pump funds don't make it out, right? A lot of these low caps are trapped in pump fund, which is pretty funny to me. Like all the low cap shit is trapped in this bitch. Cause like back in the day, you see 16,000 market cap on Deck Screener, but now you're less likely to see that type of stuff because there's better regulations essentially on tokens leaving an environment. Here, let's look at you see like you go over here to Doge chain, which is a chain that Zen is on, that they stopped the production of Zen on. And you see like they got their lowest market caps are at like $1,000, bruh. Like XEN over here at 38,000. Ain't nobody on this chain, bruh. But yeah, this is kind of like what I'm trying to get at, is that the proof is in the pudding that pump funds technology is good for crypto. Like their tech is actually good because it stopped rugs. It stopped having shitty tokens like this outside of a shitty environment. Now all those shitters are stuck in pump fund and anything that's like pump fund. And that's great. You know, that's really good. Like we've made token creation simplistic. Like if you want to get more concentrated in token creation, like, yeah, you should maybe look at Zen. Like, you see what I mean? Like it really helped divide Zen and utility coins from being both the meme and utility, right? Or being both the meme and the native. Native would be like a pulse chain, P.o.P, or the rat pulse chain. Shout out to the rat pulse chainers. Where's that at right now? See if it's booming. It's gonna be cool watching this shit go up. Yeah, so you see like now pulse chain's alive because of pump tires. That shit was dying. Now everyone can speculate on whether or not they should or should not dump their piece in. And the question is will people provide liquidity on Ethereum naturally to support this pump tires movement? I'm telling you, bruh, this is not financial advice. But you're betting on the chain. At the end of the day, like Pump Fund figured this out, and now everybody's copying them. So technically, it's already happened. It's never gonna happen again. Even on X1 chain, no offense, we're gonna have people who show up and do this same thing. And there's gonna be a shit ton of them. I actually used to talk about it in the spaces and got shut down by most of the people over there because they don't understand your boys from the future. And I was like, yo, token factories are the future. I see it now. I get why it was a race in 24, 23 to get the token factory out. And it's kind of great that Jack didn't release it. But when you go to Zen.network, the token factory is sitting right there. If you go to Ethereum, or here we go to base. But if I go to xeNFTs, the ticker tab is here. It just says coming soon. So I mean, that's what it is. It's just like, yo, everybody's gonna want to create a crypto. You just gotta articulate it to them, and thankfully, Pump Fund has done the hard work to figure out like what is the standard of a bonding curve for everyone to be able to participate. And again, for it to be fairly launched, like everything is about the fair launch. Like that's why I'm painting a chart right now on Postchain, y'all. I'm telling you, don't sleep on Skateboard Kim. The bitch is gonna be grinding. But yeah. Oh, look, we got the dumpers, or one person dumped. I don't know who they are. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna when I show up, you'll see the signal. You'll know. But yeah, if Pump Tires dies on Pulse Chain gonna die again. That's his hopium, bro. Everyone should embrace that shit. That shit gave it a little bit of hope right now. Everyone's like, oh, I guess I'll hold it. Yeah, I'll hold it now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, all right, I'll do it. But let that shit like stop. Motherfuckers are gonna, you know what they're gonna do. But yeah, looking at Trump right now, I think. Well, here's a fun fact about the meme coins. So memes are on a hit naturally because again we're in a layer 2 or we're in a layer 1 battle right now, and Bitcoin is selling off, and nothing is gonna come save the day. Like nothing is gonna save the day. So we might as well just let it do its thing and focus on the future. And this is why again I'm looking at Solana and still the most desirable coin in the top 10 out of everything. It has the best story. It has the fastest network. And the president just released his meme coin on it a little over a few weeks ago, right? Like that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at a straight up, not that bad sell-off from a few weeks ago of a Trump. Where it might be painting an American flag for all I know. So I'm not counting out Trump's coin. And again, if world finance is building, so there's a narrative going on right now. I think that fool JL Jack 11 he like posted about it, but it was like Eric not Wall. Is it Eric Trump? One of the sons. Eric Trump was like, in my opinion, it's a great time to add ETH. And then so this is at 523, and then right after that, or I guess he edited it. Yeah, he must have edited it. But yeah, when he posted that, somebody else like followed up with the World Liberty Fi just sent 175 million worth to Coinbase. So I think we're gonna start seeing market making really happening at a political level. And that's why again I don't really give a freak about any mainstream coin right now. All those things are sold to the game. You're going to get rich if you get into them, but you're not going to change your life. You might change your life if you get into Solana, because that has ridiculous upside. It's technically where like Ethereum should be $200 and Solana should be $2,000. That's the reality of this one. ETH is way too expensive. Way too expensive. If ETH, again, and it would make I think but that's what I'm saying. They're not going to ever say this, but it's supposed to be the game is reversing at some particular point when the layer 2s will then be obsolete, and then the layer 1 is where we're supposed to go back to. Right? It's just as of recent, Ethereum has put this cloud on top of ETH that maybe it's not possible. Like that's coming from Vitalik. He's like, oh, maybe it's not possible. Maybe I can't do the layer 1. Right. And that's what's impacting the price. But it's also impacting the users on chain, which is now developing a new narrative, in my opinion, where maybe they bring it together and then everything comes back to one. And again, we go away from thinking about gas. No one's thinking about it anymore. Everybody just cares about TPS. Right. It's to the point, again, businesses are paying the gas. It's not the consumer. It's the business. So if ETH can figure that part out, I would say, yeah, it's worth $2,000. But right now, it is as clunky as it's going to get, and it's not going to reach the market cap of Bitcoin with this type of technology and fragmentation. So if this is the goal, Solana has so much upside. It's only 104 billion versus 393 billion. And we're saying Ethereum is going to keep marching towards Bitcoin's market cap at 1.9 trillion. Okay. So That's my only thesis on success for this mainstream market. ETH is either going to get pulled up by Bitcoin or Solana is going to flip Ethereum. And the XRP is not even in the conversation because they're never going to speak up. They're just going to try to stay in the top 5. And they'll let their community figure out what's going on and shit, like stay afloat, like find XRPL type shit. Yeah, and everything in the bottom doesn't even matter, in my opinion. I think BNB is out of here. USDC should replace Tether by the end of the year. And yeah, everyone will be fighting for the top 6. Like the top 6 through 10, that's just the new top. That's a new marketing number 1. Like if Sui gets to number 8, they're gonna party like it's 1999. If Avalanche finds its way back up to number 7, it's, you know what I'm saying, oh my god, like we're changing the earth. Like that's how people are gonna be acting and shit. Yo, this tech is changing the earth. It's like, hell nah. Damn, Melania and Trump, the worst. And that's why, again, I'm not betting. It's like everybody took their cap out of the Solana memes, ran into some like utility shit just for the utility bros to get some extra liquidity. And now they're going to just be like, oh, time to dump. Everyone's like, yo, what happened? Like, you wasn't looking on chain, bro. Gas was at the lowest it's ever been. I can't even find a history chart now because they guarded it. Let's see if it pops up. I seen this shit was on guard. Okay, it's up. Eric Trump is trying to get out of ETH already. No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to double up their bag. That's how they make markets. If they are dumping 175, more than likely they want to double that. That's how they make money. There's no reason to exit the market now and go to zero like a pleb poor person. You know, like a rich person that would be a signal. Like they're getting ready to sell off this much and buy back that much at the bottom. That's how you make the market. So you tell everybody, in my opinion, it's a great time to add Ethereum. Because I'm about to fucking take y'all on a roller coaster ride. And I'm going to see if anyone can match me, right? Because the only way to match him is to come with 175 million or more, right? That's what I'm saying. Yo, the money game, everyone's going to be rich in crypto. Like if you're in crypto right now, as long as you play your cards right, you should do okay, right? Maybe someone's going to make 10% more than you in the next 5 years because you didn't, listen to the right YouTuber and have the right podcast on every single fucking day, right? But that's all it is. Everything's gonna do well. This is the part of the game where we all ask ourselves that question, like, what are you doing here? Like, are you in it for the tech? Are you in it for the green candles? And are you following the right information to be into it for what you're into it for? And yeah, see, it just always falls back on reminiscing or the romance of Zen, right? Because when you realize like, oh, I'm here because I want to get rich, but I also want to beat the crowd. Zen starts looking like a much better ecosystem. From the TPS again to the entry to the way that you're going to be able to make money from 3 different angles if you take advantage of it, right? As the game learns how better this system is, right? We're moving into that moment in time where it's about the ecosystem. This might sound kind of weird, but like Jack Levin low key is inventing something that no one has thought of in crypto. No one has thought of an ecosystem. Everybody has thought about these are our ecosystem coins, but no one's really thought about it. The only other people I can give a hat tip to is Solana, because Solana, they made sure to equalize and simplify all token actions. So unlike Ethereum, where the token needs programmable actions, which is fine because that's what it's all about. It's so fucking open source. You can program the coin to do whatever you want it to do. And then if that program is sick, you can EIP it and make it a standard if everyone agrees, right? So that's like the artistic side of Ethereum. But again, the business side of Ethereum, that's there, you know, there's no rails on it. Now people come to the chain and they find out like, oh shit, for me to do my idea, I need 5 smart contracts that all need to call each other. That's going to then create this gas wall for my user because they're calling 5 functions, right? Like you get to that part like, oh, I got to rethink this. So that's where Solana created an ecosystem on the tokens where every token represents the most simplistic principles of token creation. That's what the SPL is. You can burn every coin on Solana that's made. You can make a coin on Solana and burn it. Everything. One of my favorite sites on Solana is this one, the Soul Incinerator. This one you can go here and you can just burn. You can burn things for Solana, like that are in your wallet. You can just clean up your wallet and burn all the bullshit. It's kind of cool. Here, I'll drop it in the chat. But yeah, because of Solana's system architecture of their SVM, like a developer can think of something like this. And these are the innovations that I feel like Ethereum is missing because we all have to think about gas. And XEN is the answer for that thought. You don't have to think about gas anymore. Just find XEN in a sense and leverage gas because gas is an ETH. So if gas is going to become more expensive at the bottom, and XEN is, again, we're finding parallel with that. Like that's what we're really finding harmony with. I'm still surprised we haven't dumped, but again, I think the X1 chain is keeping people from dumping. Right, the X1 chain and the Ampage and the EAA are that's like your triangle right now that's keeping you locked into the XEN world. Because if you mint it and you have mints that had EAA on it, you have an excess amount of the supply. And then if you're minting, which everyone thing does have right now, you know, everything has an amp on it. So to create the same amount of XEN from last year is impossible this year. Right. And then you have the buyers. There's some people who are buying it and gas is at its lowest peak. So this is the cheapest time to swap. So they're swapping their ETH for XEN. Right. And now they're holding it because they're saying, hey, I can't get rid of this XEN. I got it for 2 Gwei. Like if I swap at 20, 30, 40, when people come back, because again, you can't have a successful Ethereum without business or busyness. So everyone in XEN is front running busyness. We're all assuming Ethereum is going to be busy, or you're assuming Pulse Chain is going to be busy. You're assuming Base is going to be busy. And that's why, again, I think we're at a real mental place right now. Everyone sees it. The 200 is flattened the fuck out. Again, we rolled the 200 like a roller coaster before we blew up. When somebody finally did the injection of some capital into XEN on ETH. Right? We sold off that injection. And I think, again, this was when I started to really pay attention to market makers. And I don't think they had enough XEN to make the market. And then we finally got to that part where you go, hey, yo, you're fucking stupid. Like, cut it out. Like, you keep selling your XEN. There's not enough of it. This is XenPub. So you can see, like, on the daily scale, now you have, because the staking is so low or cheap, it's cheap to stake. So you got people that are staking their XEN right now. They're staking it because there's no better time to stake your XEN. These low Gwei environments are for the real Xenians. That's when they move around and make moves. So it's a double-edged sword when these Xenians are also getting a discount on Ethereum. I'm actually hyped. I dumped a bunch of ETH into XEN at its all-time high when it was like 38, I think. Is that how expensive it was? It was like maybe it was 33. Yeah, it was like 33. Where is it at? Oh, this is the monthly. Let's go to the day. Yeah, right before this tanked, I had bought some Zen. Oh yeah, it was 33,000. That's when I had bought some Zen, and I was hyped because like ETH was going up, and I was saying like, yo, if ETH is gonna keep going up, I should take profits right now into Zen because Zen is gonna follow. It's in the shadow of Ethereum. So if we go back to the first, yeah, you see right here, like I had bought into Zen and it dumped, and I was like, oh fuck. But then I was like, whatever, man, I don't give a fuck. Like it's Zen world. I think this is still like on its path to outperform ETH, and now it's already, you know, kind of like back to where I bought it. Oh, this is priced in USDC. Yeah, so I'm not too far away. Whatever. Again, the whole market crashed, so I couldn't even do nothing, even if I wanted to. But all I need now is for this to continue up and ETH to stay trading sideways, and I won my trade. And I'm not a trader. I just like I'm starting to witness this stuff. You know, I'm starting to witness like, yo, Zen is such a better product than Ethereum. Like ETH needs Zen. Like we're like a meth bot on their chain. We're a community meth bot. But yeah, I think it's bullish. If ETH is gonna get cheaper, Zen should get more expensive. It should be the opposite because again, you can't bring back time. Even if they're gonna hypnotize or try to psyop a lot of people into this idea that your Zen from the past is now a representation of today's price. And it's like, you got to understand that going into the future, today in Zen doesn't exist. Like Zen is about tomorrow, not about today. Today is just today, you know, it's just another day in Zen world, you know, it might dump, it might pump. It might dump, it might pump. You know, and then one day it's going to go crazy, and then everybody's going to be asking the same damn questions. When is minting going to calm down? You know, again, there's a lot of ways to make money in Zen when it's moving. And we're just waiting for that opportunity. And then it'll be paywall as a motherfucker if you want to learn how to make money in Zen. Most of those tokens were not kept for longer than 60 days. Damn. I'm listening to your financial advice. This is not financial advice. But yeah, where's my little... The daily respect. So yeah, like, I hope this shit is starting to make more sense now. Like, I haven't even talked about XENblocks much because it's just working on its own. Like, I think people still need to understand how important Zen is. And it's just so hard to understand it because you're like, wherever you're landing, it's probably not on Ethereum because the gas is too high to land there. But that's why it's that's why it's important to get used to Zen now, because when everyone starts to come to ETH, the advantage will be to those that understand how it works. And like, a lot of people are going to try to figure that part out. They're really going to try to figure out how this shit works, yo. Because they're going to be seeing people make mad bread. I'm talking bread, bro. Because again, you could do the 7. Okay, fuck it. Here we do it. Fuck it. It's not happening right now. And it's just another day in Zen. Maybe it pumps. Maybe it dumps. But the game will be these 10-day mints. And then the game will be pumping VMUs. So the risk is going to be putting money into Zen, like contract. And that's why I keep saying, yo, one day a bunch of native coins will be injected into the contract through claiming. Right? That's what they're going to do. They're going to go, like, these whales are not going to go and buy Zen. They're going to let you buy it. They already got their shit. That's why they're not dumping it. They're like, yeah, man, we got claims coming in the fucking 400 days. It's good. We don't know reason to dump this shit. It's going to pump hard, and I'll dump it when it pumps hard. Right? So that's the well mentality already. But what happens after it pumps? right? Because they're gonna dump their shit, but they're still gonna want to make money. So the risk is you pump the new average users daily, right? Oh, that's why I'm in the base chain. That's one of the easiest places to pump users, aka make VMUs. So new daily users in Zen is just the G rank. So kind of like right here, how I can go to this box where it's daily change, and I can click the data view, and then if we go all the way to the bottom, we can then see how many VMUs are being created daily. This VMU count is what represents essentially this data view of G rank. So like if I were to do the math and like add these up, like it would line up with this going up, essentially. Right? Because that's what it is. Your C rank is your place in line. The G rank is the representation of the current C rank, the current place in line. Calling B42. So yeah, that's what we know is that when it comes down to it, if we really want to fucking get Zen going, all you do is take native coin and inject it into the fucking contract, right? And then that pumps your new daily users, which makes people think they're getting more Zen. So they'll go long, they'll go max mint, right? And then it'll be like, again, like right now it's 30,000 users are coming after you on Ethereum. So like if I do a max mint, you'll see here, I'm getting 41 million ETH or million Zen in 10 days, right? But if I'm a shill and I can get this number to 100,000, like I'm gonna shill it, and we're gonna pump VMUs, right? We're gonna get it to 100K. We're gonna add an extra 70,000 users or VMU count. Now I'm getting 6 million more Zen. You see, that's how you make more Zen. You need to pump users and then days. Right. And that's why the ambiguous war here will be how many days is enough days. Nobody will know. Like nobody will know. Everybody will just be attacking it until it's fucking unattackable. Right. And unattackable, in my opinion, is like Zen falling, like free falling, like hard. And everybody's trying to figure out like, why is it falling? Like y'all just told me to get into this shit. And now it's selling off like crazy. Right. And then we have to rekindle the spirit of first principles. Like we haven't gotten to that part yet, but you can replay this shit back in the future if you want and be like, oh yeah, Crypto Breath said that shit on February 4th, 2025. Like that was what was going to happen. That it's going to pump. All of the OGs are going to sell. And then there's going to be some that hodl. And this is why, again, I think this happens before X1 chain. I'm like, I'm on the impression that this is around the corner. So when I go to like my market cap, this is where I'm at with it. I had like a date that I'm looking at, which is February 25th. And that's tomorrow. So I'm still looking at this date. I think this could be something. I hope we get something. Right now, we're actually doing pretty all right with this number thing. Okay, let's see if we can do this, guys. Okay, let's look at it real quick. Okay, on some spooky shit. We sitting at a $25 million market cap. It is the year 2025, and tomorrow is, you've guessed it, 2525. 2525. Right. So this is a huge 25 day. And when you look at Zen, here we'll do the birthday. So just off the birthday, the birthday to the day is 185. Oh no, my bad, wrong time. Gotta do the payback. Yeah, so from the last birthday of Zen, it's 120 days away, which is the 15th triangular number. 15 is in relationship to the 5 triangle. So we're talking about a triangle on all sides. If it's 555, motherfucker, equals 15, right? 15 is also the 25th composite number. So tomorrow's a very powerful day for Zen. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. It could go up and go down. It could do anything. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And I just feel like we have some geometry for something positive to happen. Hopefully, what that positivity is, like, I don't know. I'm not a fucking psychic. But yeah, when you also type in is it Zen? Is in token, and then X1. Oh yeah, X1. So X1 is 25 in gematria in the ordinals. So X1 is coming out in the year 25 for sure. I'm for sure it's coming out this year. But the question is like, when is it ready? Right? The stars and the planets are gonna be the signal for X1. Right? The state of existence is the signal for X1. It's not anything else. Like, if I was in Bitcoin world in 2008 and I had a YouTube channel and I was talking about Bitcoin and it was as close as I am right now to X1, I would probably be saying the same shit about like 2009. I'd be like, oh, that shit's probably right there. Like, they got this shit under control. Like, it's crazy. Oh yeah, this is another thing too. Yeah, Zen token equals 36, and tomorrow is 36-day numerology, or like the days of the year is number 36. 36th day of the year. That's what it is. So, and 36 is in relationship to 666. Muha, or whatever the fuck you want to say. But yeah, it's a powerful day. And I'm just looking for it. Like, I would love for the stars to be like, we're aligning something. I actually seen yesterday too, or earlier, when you look at the moon. Tomorrow's moon phase is a quarter moon. And this is the halfway point between the next full moon. Because like the moon is going to go black. Right? Like we're coming off a full moon. Or what do you call it? Yeah, the next full moon is February 5th or February 13th. So like we're in the position of it like turning black, and then it's going to be full moon again. Right? So full moons is usually when things pump. So February 13th is when the market should start to move in a different direction. Like the overall market, because Bitcoin's been pumping on moons. And it makes a lot of sense because that's like a financial folktale bullshit. So you can find those too. Like if you go to these, you think there's just, you type in moon, they have moon phases. Yeah. Oh man, I got to get rid of something to look at it. What do I got here? Where my object tree at? Where the tree at, twin? I forgot where the object tree be. Not indicators. Is this it? Nah. Dang. I wonder if you could do the moon phase on the Zen chart. Is that an indicator? Hell nah. Because this is just using TradingView Lite. Like this isn't paid TradingView. But yeah, you can get the moons, and then you can see the moons. But yeah, tomorrow's moon is kind of telling. So we'll see what happens though. Gematria is jewelry. Jewelry is a worship of Satan. Some would say that. It's mysticism, practice of mysticism. But the thing about the gematria part of things that I like is it's just patterns. And you can witness patterns, and it's just another puzzle piece addition. Because motherfucking language is spells. Or words are spells. So time will tell. And this is what's dope about Zen right now. I think again, it's an answer. People don't want it to be, and that's why I think it's really the answer. Like so many people in crypto don't want Zen to be the answer. Like they swear up and down this shit is fake. It's even on their own chain, the haters that are able to get it first. It's on their chains, and they're like, nah, this shit fake as hell. So all of that, again, follow the FUD. And we'll see what happens between tomorrow and the 13th. 13th is the full moon. So hopefully something special happens there. And then I think we got this. So nothing happens here, or something big should happen here, right? Like between tomorrow and the 13th, something should happen, whether it's in the mainstream market or it's internal, where like Jack and team have finally, like, because of time, they're like, okay, cool, something's happening here. I just feel like something's gonna happen. I don't know why. That's so Raven right now. Because again, it's not about X1 is not about meeting deadlines. It's about the right time, and time has not been correct. We are all over the place in crypto. Like literally, if you've got KOL shills entertaining the brain rot like Gen Zers, which is just bananas to me. Like, we're spitting high level facts here about something you could get into today and change your generation. Fucking change everything. And it's going to change everything in a blink of an eye. And it's up to you, bro, like, to figure out what you're doing next. I'm just leading you to the lake. Right? I'm going to be out on the lake, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just leading you to it. Right? You follow behind me in my doom buggy. But, yeah, by the time we get to this lake, you feel me? Like, a lot of people are going to fall off. They're going to sell their land or their crypto for a nice penny. And they're going to go and live their life, normal life. Then some of us are going to continue this mission of sovereign fund, just like the government, and try our best to get people to see Zen, right? And hopefully they see it on Ethereum. Hopefully the story doesn't go that it's so polarizing that nobody gets to experience what we're going through. And it's possible that that's a thing, because that's what happened with Bitcoin. Like, no one coming into Bitcoin right now, unless you're coming through like a passion point like myself or some others that I know, like, are you getting the real story of how it started, right? Your Satoshi is Donald Trump. Like, my Satoshi is not Donald Trump, you know? So it's going to be just a weird world going forward for a lot of the new people. And they're going to be trying to find Zen. Like, they're going to be looking for this message. And after X1 comes out, I expect a lot of projects to have this message. We said this before, where like X1 is going to be one of the soundest chains in crypto, because once you get there, it's typically to do business. Like, you'll like come into X1 with a hard hat on. A lot of these other chains are like dreamer chains. Like, everyone's kind of like sitting on bouncy medicine balls in offices type shit. Like, we building skyscrapers on X1. Because innovation is about pushing the limits, and again, we're going to help Solana push limits, and we're going to show people that the Nakamoto consensus and Bitcoin and Ethereum just don't really make sense for today's RWAs and IoTs, Internets of Things. You need more of a robust ecosystem such as X1, where you do divide task amongst tokens, so tokens have reason rather than merged consensus, right? The problem with Bitcoin is you want to get rich, but you need to believe in fair principles, and that is kind of hard to do. Same thing in Ethereum. You want to get rich, but you need to believe the infrastructure. You got to believe that it's okay. We got 10 TPS, fucking 15 TPS. That's fine. You actually have to believe that. If you don't think that that is good, then I don't know why you're still rooting for ETH, because that's what they're doing. All right. So again, we're answering all of this. We have TPS and XTN. We have rewards and discovery in Zen. We have rewards and discovery in XEN, right? And then you have security in XEN, scalability in XEN. You have scalability in Zen. You have security in Zen. You can build a whole fucking world on your favorite chain and take Zen as a payment and burn. You just got to believe in Zen that fucking much, right? But again, that's a security layer on top of Zen, because you're using, it's like, wow, what people say, like, oh, I use Ethereum, or that's what they try to tell you, right? Like, the layer twos use ETH as security. That's why the gas is in ETH. So you could remix that and say, I use Zen as security. That's why you have to burn Zen to get my product. That's like Phoenix and DXN. They use Zen as like a security net to bring new people in. They could easily change it to any other coin to make their coin, but they use Zen as the security, right? Or you can use Zen as the influence and all that extra shit. But that's what they don't want you to think about, right? Ethereum isn't influencing Base. Base is influencing ETH, right? So yeah, division, and the rewards are pretty sick too, because when the XEN and the Zen, those are block rewards. So XEN is your reward for hashing an Argon 2 block on Zenium, and Zen is your reward for agreeing to your terms on your claim. I mean, you can't end it early anyways, but essentially you signed the contract where you said, I'll wait 469 days to get X amount of Zen at the end, right? Like you went through that process that you created, and then at the end you're rewarded Zen, right? So it divides the blocks. Like we can take over a whole Ethereum block and it not actually be connected to Zen in its instance of existence. Like it is connected, but it's not like you cannot extract the Zen from the Ethereum block. It can always come from there. Always. Even in it, but again, it's got the limitations. You wait too long, you get less of it, right? Whereas in XEN, the block reward is instantaneous. As soon as you find that Zen 11, you are rewarded in XEN based on the scale of mining. So right now, I believe it's I think you're getting 0.5. My Satoshi is JL. But yeah, right now you're getting 5. You're getting 5 for every block that you find. And XEN finds blocks every right now there's 69 blocks being found per minute. So it's doing pretty well. It's actually doing, it's overclocking because it should be at 60 seconds because of the difficulty being down. Where anybody mining right now is actually getting more blocks than usual. And that's just because the difficulty doesn't match the miners. And I'm actually hyped about XENblocks because no one's really discovered it yet. And I'm thinking this is proprietary system software, or this is proprietary software. This is a really good way to get a cryptocurrency to mass without losing integrity. Some of these idiots out here, I fucking hate these XEN idiots. These fucking idiots, dude. They have no clue what the fuck's going on. But one of the special things about XENblocks is the fact that you can't trade it. Now, let's rewind time to September when Jack created this shit. When he created it, it was kind of awkward to think about, like, hey, I'm making this coin and I can't trade it or sell it. I'm just doing classic crypto shit where you hash for an object. Classic crypto shit. There is no value in that anymore, right? Supposedly, like, proof of work is dead, dude. Like, why are you proof of working? Shit is dead. Like, we're all in proof of stake now. So this was an experiment because it was kind of bringing back that dopamine of like, hey, I like waking up in the morning and seeing my tokens go up. And that's all it was. It's just your tokens are going up. And the longer you stay at it, the more you hash at it, the more your tokens go up. So I think locking away the ability to trade away your tokens is actually a superior move to educate your user base on why they're even doing what they're doing. And fuck all the people that want to fucking sell it, right? I had made a post today in the XENblocks chat where I was like, people could simply make their own Argon 2 blocks, but demand the XENblock ones. Like, you could go and clone the whole fucking thing and go make your own Argon 2 blocks, my dude. You can go make your own Argon 2 blocks. You go do it, right? It's right here. The code is right here for you. And it's telling you the execution time is the memory requirements and the degree of parallelism. We got all the goods for you right here just so you can read about it and clone it. But for some fucking reason, everybody wants to talk shit about the XENblock ones. Can anybody answer that question for me? Why are the XENblock Argon 2 blocks not real? But if I remix it and do it, then it's real. Why are these ones not allowed to be real? These ones are fake. These ones have no utility. Like, man, y'all gotta get your heads out of your asses, bro. Because this is the beauty of XENblocks, is that architecture that you could not send or receive in the first year and a half or whenever. Because again, you're gonna send and receive, but once X1 goes live, and that's why it also corners that topic where what is a proprietary crypto in an open source world, right? We see what Sonic did or Phantom. Phantom went 100% closed source, closed the doors so that they didn't get their content stolen. That was their motherfucking MO. Oh, we gotta go closed source because someone stole our fucking decks. You see, Base stole our decks, so we gotta go closed source because we're fucking soy boys. That's some real soy boy action right there, boy. Went closed source because somebody stole your work. Get the fuck out of here. Did it better. If you don't know that, Aerodrome on Base is a fork of a decks from Phantom. I think it's Spooky Swap or some shit like that. And now that's why Phantom has like closed off all doors to the crypto world because they don't want to keep getting jacked. Man, that's some pussy shit. That's all I'm gonna say. Because that's why, again, we got XENblocks to prove another point. You don't need to close source your shit. Why don't you just make a dApp that is so dope that it has no sends and receives, but you got users using it to prove, hey, people want to use this shit. They can't even send or receive it. They still making it. Right? Like, yo, this is such an artistic and innovative way of dropping closed sourced, open sourced. Like, what do you call this shit, bro? You're never going to see this again until someone in XenWorld recreates it. Someone in XenWorld will recreate this whole experience on my mama. I swear this is what's going to happen. Because Zen is created from Jack Levin, who saw Bitcoin. He has commits in the Bitcoins. He was the Google guy mining Bitcoins in the Google servers to pay for the data centers. Like, he was helping Google save money by mining Bitcoin when it was a no you don't do that thing. Right? So I honestly think he knew how to do this. This is a strategic move on his behalf. And we will be copying you in the future, Jack Levin. We will be copying the fuck out of this theory. No sends and receives. No sends and receives, bro. If you have no sends and receives, you could really build a fucking cult. Because what are they doing over there? Right? The thing is we know that once X1 is live, this is the very first product hitting the chain. This is the proprietary software, the proof of work element to X1. Because that's where a lot of the... Again, a lot of money will flow through XEN. Like, to make it one, and then two, to buy it. Right? The only way to make XEN is if you have a GPU. So the best way to make XEN, or the best way to get into crypto when X1 is out, is to rent GPUs, run the one-liner script for XEN, and fucking, sell the XEN on X1 chain. That's why, yeah, I do kind of expect XEN to have like a little bit of a turbulence in the beginning. That's why I kind of plan on taking profits when it first comes out. I'll probably take a little bit of profit just so I can cover bases of everything that I've done. Hello. But I will have like my position. That's why I'm mining so hard right now. Because again, I know what's going to happen when X1 goes live. This is going to be the main product. This is what we're bringing to market. We're bringing XENblocks to market, y'all. They've never seen nothing like this before. This one's gonna knock them over the fucking head, and then they're gonna go for your fucking Zen. Then they'll be over here getting the Zen. Then they'll really get it once they get the fucking XENblocks. Like, oh shit, fuck. Right, where's that crypto bro thing at where I can look at it and see what coins I need to inquire? I took this shit off the internet because fuck everybody else. If you watch the channel, you can screenshot it, you can share it, but you're gonna have to take ownership of that. Hi. Hell yeah, I was mining XEN day one on the CPU just for the culture. Now I'm doing it to sell them at $15 a pop. Yeah, I mean, XEN is going to have the most upside. People don't want to believe that, but it is what it is. Like, that's why no one understands it. Because they don't want to believe that it's going to be better than their current situation. And a lot of people have mined XENblocks, but the funny thing is a lot of them stopped. And we're passing them now. So that might be another reason why X1 isn't totally out yet, because they haven't developed this bridge. So we're still waiting for this bridge to develop. Difficulty is about to change. Somebody must be watching this and turn on some miners. Now that we're at 72 mining, and every 10 minutes difficulty adjusts. It takes in how many blocks are being made and it tries to get it back to 60. And then that's how it creates higher difficulty. So if this is hashing over 60 every 10 minutes, this is going to boost up. And then that's why it's like you only have an ARB of XENblocks for around 10 minutes. And then until X1 chain, once X1 is live, this will be on a voting system that will always be running in the node. So it'll be like constantly updating. So you might be able to get an update on difficulty within seconds rather than within minutes. And that would be another piece of the application layer of XENblocks that no one was thinking about. Where they're like, oh shit, you see how I just adjusted down to 44? Then the difficulty should go up. We might just be ahead of the game. It's slowly working. Hell yeah. But yeah, like I've been mining XENblocks now for like $3 a day. Sometimes I'll get goosey with it and I'll be doing like 5 or 7. But this is my Epoch 2 wallet. And my Epoch 2 wallet is just broke 100K XNM. So my Epoch 2 wallet is back here. It's like in the 300s. So something I'm thinking right now is a lot of the people who mined early, like they're getting ready to get lapped. And they probably really want X1 to come out because that's the only way they can buy supply, because now they can't turn on miners because it's going to fucking change up the difficulty, right? Look at the mining rate. Like people are they're turning on miners right now. They're trying to, they try and jump ahead. They try and jump ahead of the game. But yeah, by the time you find XNM and you really get to understand it, you're like mad late. You should probably just be focused on Zen at this point. You can get into XNM, but you're so late. Like you hated on it for too long. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. Nah, but you're really late, bro. You're gonna be buying this shit. You late already. So if you got a whole bunch of Zen, you might as well try to figure out how you're gonna play that game and not sell that shit no more. Because the XNM, this is what my theory is. These two, since they're at the bottom of the pyramid and they're like the support system, so X and T can focus on TPS. I should probably put that here. Yeah. So, truthfully, look at that arrow here. There we go. Build this out a little bit. So think of it like this, like XNT is so we can focus on TPS. The fastest transactions per second is what makes blockchain competitive. We're going to be pushing this XNT hard so that we can achieve lightning speed connectivity, right? And that's why we needed to divide the focus of TPS away from these security coins. Some might not say it, but XEN low-key is a security net for X1. That's why you needed the XNM to balance the beam. You needed a proof of work system to balance the proof of participation system, because this one is obviously going to be too heavy. That's the only way it could work, is if it's heavy. All right. XNM being a cap supply allows for it to have a more concentrated understanding of existence, right? It's 126 or it's 620 million coins distributed over 15 years. Very simple, right? So now what the thought is if you have XEN, you probably want to get XNM with it. Like when XEN pops off, because again, that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a ton of money coming into X1, bro, from all angles, because everybody's going to want a piece of this new thing, right? We haven't even started talking about how it all works together. They're just going to be attracted to it being new, and it's not what they've ever seen before. No one's attempted to remove the rewards and allow the tokens to be tokens, right? The tokens are just tokens. XNT is just a focus on TPS. Okay. Right. If you care about TPS, you should be caring about XNT. Right. Not XEN. That's why XEN is for the plebs at this particular point. It's a topic. It's something you talk about. That's all it is. Like, if you really want to bring it together, you should be mining XNM, regardless to Crypto Bruh saying you're fucking late. Like, you should be turning it on because you should see, look at, like I'm saying, like, difficulty's going up as people mine. So this will continue. People will continue to turn on their miners, and difficulty will continue to go up. This Argon 2 hashing pool labeled as XENblocks from September 23rd or September 16, 2023, just so happens to be the one that everybody wants. Anybody can release it. Zuckerberg can come out with one. Joe Rogan can come out with one. Trump can come out with one. And we will see if people want their Argon 2 pools. But for fucking some reason, people want this one. And I don't know why. They ask, when X1? When X1? Every single day. When X1? When X1? I'm like, damn, are y'all exhausted yet? Y'all ask when X1 every day. Shit. Kind of wildin'. What's up, Crypto Nation? What they do? I've gotten a lot of people into XEN by just covering it on my channel for 2 months now. Shout outs to you, Crypto Nation. Yeah, XEN is a currency from its verbiage to its state of appearance on Ethereum. State of appearance on Ethereum is just its price, its supply, all that sexy shit that we love about XEN. But its appearance on Ethereum is really, really rich. So that's why you can talk about it. That's why, like, people can put, like, you could put XEN in a spaces now and not talk about XEN at all. And people will just be, you'll have 19 motherfuckers just sitting in that bitch, just listening, waiting for some alpha to drop about XEN, because the conversation might circle back to how they can get a better XEN play. So that social currency in XEN, again, is what's going to make it very rich, very, very rich. Some people will take this shit to the next level. That's why, like, yo, shout outs to you, Crypto Nation. I think I've heard of your channel once upon a time ago from someone in my chat that shouted you out. So shout outs to you. You seems you're tapping in. So keep it up. What's up, T Fitness? T Law Fitness. Xenians, do you hate Hexicans? Can we be friends? I don't think the Xenians hate Hexicans. I think there's just a really... You remember back in the day when we used to call each other first principle warriors? I feel like you've got this, like, and that's why, again, it's really hard to kill XEN, because at its core is a group of fuck mediocrity warriors. Those are the first principle warriors. Some of them are mediocre, and what's crazy is they know that if they remix it enough, they can get followers. So it's almost like the gray area where you're like, oh, I'm not pro this topic, but I'm gonna be here so I can be here. Essentially, that's it. Like I've never seen that anywhere but Zen, where motherfuckers are just hanging out, and I'm like, why are you hanging out here? Like, you know, I was like, oh wait, why am I hanging out here, right? Like, and I'm like, I gotta dip because there's no reason for like me to question why people are hanging out around Zen. I already know it wins, right? And that's kind of why I think it's hard for Hexicans and Zenians to collab, because there's a Hexican that is so close to the core of Richard Hart that they will never vibe with a Zenian after what Maddie did. They will never, ever. They will never. It's fuck Matty Allen, and he's the one that brought Jack Levin onto the Pulse Chain thing. So we lost all credibility over there. But me, man, I be saying hug a Hexican. That's my slogan. That's gonna be on my t-shirts. Hug a Hexican. They invented staking in Zen. There was no staking until the Hexican said, yo, Jay, you should do it like this. And he was like, fuck it. Run it then. Y'all want to bring value to this. I didn't think about it like that. Like, again, you don't need staking to burn a token for a layer 1. Staking brings life and all this goo goo gaga gushy shit, so the fact that he did that based on the Hexicans, I think it's a hug a Hexican moment. Like, always hug a Hexican. You know what I mean? There are friends on the internet. They're just haters. They're more haters than the Zenians. Like, we're not even hating. We're just traveling. Somebody throws a tomato at my car while I'm just fucking driving. Like, damn, bruv. Fucking driving here. Like, yo, fuck your car. Like, damn. Let me see. Where's Hex price at? I just ended some Hex stakes today, actually. On Ethereum, though. My dumbass had a few that I forgot about, and they weren't that bad. I lost maybe 5,000 Hex in the last year or so. Man, but see, this is what I mean. Like, I just got my Hex coins, and these niggas dumping on me. Where is the bottom? I am your subject matter. Nah, it's all good though. But yeah, man, I hope one day we can all come together. It might, but I think I've heard this. This is a Zen Rich. Shout out Zen Rich wherever he is in this world. He was the one that said that Hexicans and Zenians will never get along. He said it's blood and Crips. And it kind of feel that way. It kind of feel like if you root for Zen, you're not allowed to root for Hex. And if you root for Hex, you're not allowed to root for Zen. And I don't know who invented that shit. Because as someone who's really into Zen, I'm only hating on Hex because somebody owns 90% of it. I'm not hating on Hex as a product of being bad code. I'm just saying, hey, some dude owns 90% of it. Right? And that's kind of why, again, most of the hate is really coming from the Hex side. There's Bible verses for that shit though. Why? That's another reason why, Zen is heaven sent, bro. What the fuck? There's Bible verses about Zen already. You can just look at this chart all day. What's happening in Titan X? They sucked a bunch of liquidity out of my peoples. Out of my peoples. I see Hexicans as my grandparents. They are kind of like your grandparents, or I like to think of them as my cool uncles. That's my cool tito over there. Like sometimes I might tap in with them and get some knowledge, some wisdom. The best thing Hex did was they included the Bitcoiners, which brought in a bunch of Bitcoin influence. That's why, again, if you hear the story about how Jack found Richard, it was because someone hacked. Well, we don't know what the fuck happened. There's two stories to the fucking story. One story is someone got a hold of the hacked ledger emails, because there was a once upon a time ago where Ledger's email ledger got broken into essentially, and someone obtained a lot of emails from Ledger users, and when they sent out the hex fucking cards in the mail, some people got them shits and they didn't understand why they got them shits. And Jack is one of those motherfuckers. Which like cracks me up when I hear that story, because it's not like that, right? It's not like, no one's ever asked him like, yo, you think your Ledger email got hacked and that was the email that was used for that. But I've heard through the grapevines that a lot of those emails came to find your address, because how else can they find your address? Like, yo, I'm just getting this thing in the mail. Like, what the fuck? They found my email, my address. Like, what the fuck? It's so funny. But yeah, Hex showed me that, like, yo, the crypto's also physical. You can go into the real world and you can rally the troops. But that's why I like XEN, because XEN is bringing us home to remind us, like, hey, everything is a digital space, though. Like, you shouldn't have to go door to door to sell the crypto. Like, you shouldn't have to go and ask everybody on the block to buy it. It should just work. It should just be something that everyone on the block wants. It's like electricity or plumbing. Ain't nobody on your block ain't got no electricity and plumbing. Everybody got that shit. No questions asked. They get the crib and that's the first thing they ask you. Who do I sign up for gas with? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I see XEN. It's so digital that it kind of removed that hex layer. If you can only go door to door to sell this, you can only do this to do that. Titan gives me those vibes, and that's kind of why I don't think it's being as successful as it could have been being a XEN clone. I think if they would have XEN cloned, they would have had a lot more success. But since they did not, and they essentially confused Xenians into thinking that this was a XEN clone, and it did not need to burn XEN to be better than XEN, I believe that is like another one of these things, kind of proving again, like, yo, don't go too far away from it just works. When you start getting too far away from it just works. You go and claim your fucking hex 2 years later, and you get no pump to sell. That's me, literally, right now. I got nothing. I got no pump to sell, nigga. I am fucked. Oh, shit. God damn. Tito Hex. Oh, you jumped into crypto after Hex? Damn. That's why Rolando is on this mission. He knows. Nah, bro, we're the ones that get to experience this next leg. And again, I feel like the thing we're learning in the most, this is probably a good note to leave it on. What up, Muhammad? Is that we're going to be the pioneers of the next 10 years. And the roots are about bringing together the minds rather than bringing together the bag. So I think, again, that root is going to be the strongest root in the foundation of the brand. And people who express that root, who really tell people go down this journey, look at it this way. I don't care about price, don't care about what they got to say. Like, your claim is your claim, your mint is your mint, I really do think it's going to blossom beyond belief. And we're going to be the people who have to constantly tell everyone, shh, like, calm down. We haven't scored the touchdown yet. Like, we going for, this big ass number. We haven't scored the touchdown yet. Just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin really hasn't scored the touchdown yet. They hella close. They in the red zone for sure right now with Trump signing the executive order yesterday. They in the red zone. Not yet at the touchdown. I think the touchdown is when we all win from something now. And that's, so there's still that in the bag. We don't know what gets us to win yet. We still watching the game for that part, bro. But we close as fuck, and that's why, again, in XEN, if you're here right now, you're going to kind of be that coach in the future that teaches people, like, you're in the red zone. Don't party yet. We still got places. We still got, yards to go, bro. We ain't just finishing like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 bro. But yo, till next time. Peace.